Hey family, welcome to our YouTube channel. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching. I'm doing things a little differently today. Instead of doing a typical vlog, a day in a life, a week in a life, I wanted to do a Q&A format type of video so you guys can get to know a little bit about me and our dynamic and what's it like being in a house full of boys. If you guys don't know, I am a wife of a sailor. He is currently in the military, my husband. He's been in for 10 years. And out of that, I have 5 boys. So my oldest is 8 years old. And I have a set of twins, Ethan and Evan, who are 5 years old. And then I have a 2-year-old named Isaiah, and lastly Caleb, our baby boy, who is not so much of a baby anymore, but he's 1. Anyways, let me answer a few questions that you guys have been wanting to know, have asked me, whether through YouTube or other social media channels. I've had people ask me these questions, so I just wanted to just make a video so you guys can see and know how I do it. So the first question is, I get this one a lot. Do you wish you had a girl, or are you happy with all boys? That is such a good question. Yes, I do. Well, let me say this. I am so happy and so grateful for all of my boys. I would not want it any other way. I would not take them back, I'll tell you that. As crazy as it can get in this home, I would not take back my kids. I love them. I love having boys. As far as wanting a girl, do I wish I had a girl? I wanted a girl from the first time I found out I was pregnant. Actually, before I was pregnant. Before I even got married, I've always wanted to have a girl. I wanted to have a little mini me, you know, I wanted to do her hair. I wanted to put the little barrettes in, get them dressed in cute little outfits, because I feel like girls always have the better selection of clothes in the kid stores. Like, they're so cute. I mean, they have cute boy clothes too, but I just feel like they have more options and more cute little things for girls. So yes, I've always wanted to have a girl. To this day, I'm gonna be honest, my heart still wants a little girl, but I am content with my 5 boys. And if you think about it, I was pregnant some years back, and I took a basically like a DNA type test to find out the gender of our baby. And pretty much the day that I found out that I was having a girl, I miscarried the baby. So yeah, but that's another story. It's another video. I'll talk about that later. But in the grand scheme of things, yes, I did have a girl, and I was blessed with a girl, but you know, not full term, and I didn't she's not here now, but I still do desire to have a girl. But if it's not in God's will, that is okay, and I am content and I'm grateful. Alright, next question is your house always loud and chaotic? Yes. Yes, it is. It is pretty loud and chaotic for the most part. I would say the only times when it's not loud and chaotic, well, we'll say this, while my older 3 are in school and my younger 2 are here with me, they have nap time. Excuse me. They have nap time. I have a set time when I put them in bed, so that time is quiet. In fact, this is nap time right now. Even though the boys are home, they're watching a movie right now, so I have some time to make this video. But yeah, for the most part, it is usually loud. If it's not the TV, it is them being loud, because they're just very like dramatic. If they're like, it'll be just just very animated noises or fighting, just being honest, someone getting hurt, someone telling the other to stop. You know, it's a lot of different things. Or calling me, mommy, mommy, daddy. You know, it's all the above. So it is pretty loud, and they are everywhere. They are everywhere. But I would say it's God's grace that keeps me sane. I will say that. Which leads me to the next question, which is, do you ever get time to yourself? Do I get time to myself? It depends on the day, and it also depends on my intentionality. If I am not intentional with having time to myself, then it's not going to happen. But what I have been doing is waking up early in the day, in the morning, before everyone else is awake, to have time to myself. And I started that back in the beginning of January, and that has been clutch for me, because it's really time that I'm spending with God, which is renewing my mind and preparing me for the day. So having that time is super important to me, and I value it so much. Outside of that, sometimes, you know, while the kids are napping and the other boys are in school, I'll use that, you know, hang out, chill, or sometimes I'll just use that time to clean up or do laundry. How much do you spend on groceries each week? That is a good question. So I'm trying to figure out the best way to go about grocery shopping, because we are a one-income household. So we're trying to figure out what's most efficient. I've tried a lot of different things. I've tried to stick with a set budget for the week, but and then sometimes I'll do like, okay, I'm gonna spend $50 and see how long that lasts, you know, for the week. And I haven't hit 50. It was like a little bit over 50. It was like $55, but I was able to create a meal plan for that week. But it hasn't been consistent. I find myself not fully having set meals for the 2 weeks for one pay period. And so sometimes I'll get groceries for one meal for the day. And then I'll buy groceries from like Costco, and you know, that's usually not like a week's worth or a day's worth of food. It's gonna last us for 2 weeks. So let me get to the numbers. As far as how much do I spend on groceries each week, I would say probably about $100. I'm gonna say $70 to $100 a week, which is not too bad, being that we are a family of 7. All right. Are you super strict to manage 5 boys? Sort of. Yeah, it depends on what it is. I grew up with a pretty strict home for the most part. I mean, my parents wanted things a certain way. And so I think in some aspects I definitely do apply that to our household. But some things, I just realized this, but I feel like some things that I wasn't allowed to do as a child at home or whatever, I find myself allowing my kids to do that. And I think that's just because I'm just trying to let my inner childhood, you know, play through them. And I just feel like it's freeing, and you know, it may not be right to some people, or some people might disagree, but, and even between my husband and I, sometimes we're kind of like back and forth with that, because he might not agree with that, and I'm okay with it. So trying to find a balance and, you know, coming to an agreement with that. But I would say I am a little bit more open to allowing certain things. Y'all don't judge me. Sometimes I do let my kids jump on the couch, because I know I had fun jumping off the couch when my parents didn't know. And sometimes it's fun, so sometimes I let them do that. What else? I give my children water while they're eating dinner. They still finish their food, so that works for us. Okay, so my son, he got a soccer ball, so he'll he'll kick the ball in the house, but he kicks it towards the front door, and we don't have anything that's of high value or anything in the front that could break or anything. So I do let him kick the ball against the door. The only thing that gets me is just the noise, the constant hitting of the door. So that's the only reason why I would be like, all right, Aaron, you need to cut it, because it's annoying me. But yeah, things like that, I let my kids do. So do your kids fight a lot? I want to say yes. At one point I thought I was the only mom that experienced, their kids fighting so much, but I realized there's a lot of kids out there. There's a lot of siblings that are like always at odds with each other. But then if you really think about it, there's so many beautiful moments between all of them, and I just try to emphasize that and acknowledge them when they are doing and playing so well together. But yeah, sometimes I feel like all they do is fight and complain against each other, and not physically fighting, but just arguing over something. So we're trying to teach them just how to live out the fruits of the Spirit, having love and joy and peace and patience, kindness and goodness, all that. I don't know if it's getting, sometimes I see it, so I just gotta point out the good times and the good moments that they have, or else it's gonna look bad if I just say all the negatives. So what are your rules for screen time? So there's no set rule for screen time as far as time is concerned. For me, whenever I feel like they're on it too much, I just tell them, okay, it's time to turn on the TV, let's do something else. I know the boys aren't allowed to watch certain things. I don't like them watching movies or TV shows that have no talking in it. It's just like sounds and things like that. I don't let them watch certain YouTube videos because, first of all, I haven't taken time to watch it before them, and there's too much things going on. There's too much things being put into videos, and they're very subtle about it, and there's a lot of hidden messages, and I just don't want to expose my kids to that. So I'm just like, I've watched this before, I've watched this with you guys, so I'm okay with you watching this, but no, I don't want you guys watching anything else. Even in a lot of the kids' movies too on Netflix, Disney, it's crazy. But screen time, it's just kind of when I feel like it's been too much, and that includes like video games as well. Still working on the managing part. I'm literally just learning as I go, and that's what it's all about. I feel like when it comes to parenting, you learn as you go, you figure out what works and what doesn't work, and you move forward with that. 2 more questions. I won't keep this too long. So the next question is, do you and your husband ever get to go on date nights? As far as leaving the house date nights, no, it's pretty rare. Our church, they might have couples gathering, and if they offer childcare, then yes, we will take advantage of that. And it kind of sucks, because we have a lot of kids. You might need 1 or 2. More than likely, you'll need like 2 people to watch them, just for my peace sake. And there's not, let's just say this, there's not necessarily a lot of volunteers who would volunteer to watch 5 kids, but if we do have the extra finances to help, or to pay someone to watch our kids, we'll do that. But for the most part, we will do what we can at home. So low-key, I do feel like I've been more exhausted lately, and I think that's just because I find myself going to bed later, and I still have a set time that I want to wake up before the kids are awake. And so obviously that kind of catches up with me, because now I'm getting 4.5 to 5 hours of sleep, and that catches up to me during the day, and I get tired. So I do find myself getting pretty exhausted, and I know what it feels like to have more energy throughout the day. Taking a nap even while the kids are napping does help. But yeah, I just need to get on top of bedtime, going to bed at a more appropriate time, so I'm not so exhausted during the day. And so I won't put the blame on my kids. You know, it's definitely not because my kids are, you know, crazy or it's chaotic in the house. It's just me, time management. So, you know, I'm working on that. But that's it for the questions. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully it wasn't too long. But yeah, I just wanted to make this video so you guys could get to know a little bit more about what it's like from my perspective as a mom of 5 boys. But yeah, anyways, I'll see you guys soon. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment. Let me know if you guys have any other questions that you'd want me to answer, even if it's with me and my husband. So yeah, all right guys, I'll see you soon. Love you. Mwah. Bye.